If the facts are true, why were no lawyers or family members present? If they were being treated well, why were we not allowed to visit them? If the trial is just, why is it held behind closed doors?
Families of the 10 military officers facing trial over an alleged coup plot have called for greater transparency in the handling of the case, saying they have been deeply affected by the detention of their loved ones. At a press briefing, the wives and relatives of the accused officers alleged that they have been denied access to the detainees for more than 180 days, while lawyers handling the case have also faced difficulties seeing their clients. The father raised concerns about the officers' health and welfare, claiming some have suffered injuries and have not received adequate medical attention.
Since the abduction of our loved ones 9 months ago, we have faced many obstacles. We and our loved ones have been tortured, oppressed, suppressed, traumatized, humiliated, tormented, and bullied. We and their lawyers were not allowed to see them for over 180 days, despite our countless appeals. We have not been given full medical reports, even though some of our relatives have visible injuries. Many are losing their eyesight and having lung issues due to their long stay in underground facilities, due to lack of proper ventilation. Our loved ones were refused legal or family representatives despite repeated pressure to have them present during statement taking. They are being legged and hand-chained in court-martial, in an open desecration of their human rights and dignity.
The family stressed that they are not seeking special treatment or declaring the officers innocent, but are instead demanding due process and openness in the proceedings. They called on the military authorities to allow independent medical examinations, grant access to human rights observers, and make the trial more transparent.
We are not here to say our relatives are innocent of every charge. That is for the court to decide. But we are saying that the process has not been fair and open, and yet you want the family and public to accept it.
Speaking on behalf of the families, human rights lawyer Barrister Deji Adeyanju urged the government to uphold democratic principles and ensure the accused officers are treated humanely. He noted that every citizen is entitled to fundamental rights and due process regardless of the allegations against them.
The families here today have raised sincere concerns. And this is not a military regime, this is a democratic regime. It's a democratic and constitutional government that we must ensure that the rule of law is always respected at all times and ensure that citizens are treated properly. That even when citizens have been convicted of a crime, they've been convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction to have committed a crime, that the apex court in the land said they still have rights. And the locus classicus case of Bello and the state, easily comes to mind, where someone had been convicted to be sentenced to death, and he had a pending appeal. But the Oyo State government proceeded to execute him when there was a subsisting and pending appeal. And the apex court said that it is wrong, that even a condemned criminal still has rights. How much more people who are presumed to be innocent? Come on, let's show these citizens some rights and respect, that they still have some rights as citizens. They are still presumed to be innocent under the law. That issues that the family have raised, that Mr. President should direct, that the detaining authorities should look into these issues. That these people, that they are citizens of this country, they have served this country, some of them are still serving the country, that they deserve to ensure that their rights are respected. This is the irreducible minimum that we're appealing to the president and asking the president for. It shouldn't be too much for the family to ask.
The families also appealed for factual evidence related to the case to be made public and called on the international community to closely observe the proceedings as they continue to seek justice for their loved ones. Military authorities are yet to officially respond to the allegations.
If the facts are true, why were no lawyers or family members present? If they were being treated well, why were we not allowed to visit them? If the trial is just, why is it held behind closed doors? We waited 200 days to see them. What happened in those days? We are not asking for special treatment. We are asking for transparency. Our request: we call on the military authorities to allow international human rights observers to attend the trial, make the court proceedings open to the public and the media, allow independent medical doctors to examine our relatives. We also call on the international community to watch this case closely. We are not asking for interference in our country's affairs. We are asking for the world to witness that justice is done, not just in the verdict, but in how the trial is conducted.